Michael Stuyvesant is your typical 10-year-old. He likes to swim, his favorite subject is science, and he plays baseball. But what you're seeing here almost didn't happen.
I was absolutely frantic. I was certain that Michael was going to be dead when I got to him.
7 summers ago, Michael was fighting for his life. His dad, Eric, accidentally left him in his car under the hot Texas sun. When do you realize Michael is still in the car?
It was about an hour and 15 minutes later. I realized I hadn't been to the babysitter. And I ran out and picked up Michael out of the car.
He says Michael was barely alive.
We found that he had had 6 strokes. It had affected every portion of his life.
I had to learn how to walk again, eat again, and talk again.
Michael would make a full recovery. His dad says he knows they are lucky.
Look at that.
Every 9.5 days on average, a child dies after being left in a hot car. That's according to noheatstroke.org. The most common reason, a caregiver simply forgot the child was in the car, sometimes due to a change in routine.
It has a lot to do with how our brains work, or in this case, how our brains let us down.
Hello? Yeah, I just parked the car. I'm on my way up. What are you on here?
Let's say mom is the one that usually drops the baby off every morning, but she has a doctor's appointment that morning and dad has to drop off the baby. He starts thinking about the activities he has to do at work and gets on autopilot and drives straight to work.
Safety officials want people to always look before you lock and even put reminders like a cell phone, purse, or even a shoe in the back seat. Tech can also help. GPS app Waze has a child reminder option in its settings. Check out this car seat buckle you can install. It's paired with a keychain that alerts you if your child is still buckled in the car. And some newer vehicles from manufacturers like Ford, Hyundai, and Toyota have a child left behind safety technology already installed. And child safety advocates cannot emphasize enough, this can happen to anybody. And that dad that you just met, Eric, he wrote a book about his experience, and that was in order to teach parents that just one disruption in a routine could lead to a fatal mistake. And Cheyenne, we are now up to our 12th. Yesterday, there was another child who was left in the car. But the organization Kids in Cars is pushing for even more safety precautions to be put into new vehicles to prevent deaths like this from happening. But look before you lock. That is a key phrase that every parent needs to know, anybody who's taking their kids around. So whether it be a babysitter, grandparents, even older siblings, they need to know that just to make sure that they're taking those extra steps and precautions to prevent deaths like this.
And I am glad that, car makers are coming out with different techniques to help alert you if someone is in the back seat.
Yeah.
I know one of my vehicles has it, and I appreciate it as well. All right.
Good.
I appreciate
Good
you. Natisha Lance, thank you.
You're
Always
welcome.
a pleasure.